Penny with Sage Butterfly Designs. Welcome to FlossTube number 31. I can't believe it's already at 31. My anniversary date isn't until sometime in August. I'll have to look up exactly when that is, but it's coming up quick. My goodness, I can't believe it. I've been doing these for about a year. Excuse a little crunching behind me. Bo is behind me chewing on the bun. Let me see if I can move so you can see him. Nope, not that way. Let's try this way. Oh, you can see part of him. Oh my goodness. So it's been a crazy couple weeks. But everybody always says that, right? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy. Thank you for joining me today. My channel is about my stitching journey, to include, it's mainly about cross stitch, but also other forms of stitching as well. One of them I'm going to introduce today, so I'm actually getting along great with it. Before I start, I want to say a special message to Kimberly. I know we chat almost daily, but I am so sorry, and sorry doesn't even cover my emotions. My heart goes out to you and your family. Please give your kids a hug for me, each one of them, a very tight hug. I know this is a difficult time for you, and just put everything aside. Just throw yourself into those children of yours. Just spend as much time and distract yourself with them. I love you. You know you're my girl. Quick life update. My kid, Trey, and his wife, I'm going to put a picture of them right here. So I'm kind of sideways today, so I could actually put pictures up for you. My son and his wife came to visit. We had a great visit, and then I'll give you more of a life update later on. Bo enjoyed them very much. There'll be a picture here of Bo, a packing tray, if you will. We had a great time having fun extra play companions. My goodness. So let's go into the stitchy stuff. I do not have any FFOs, any new FFOs. I'm gonna probably take that away from him, aren't I? I think it's probably distracting as heck. We'll try. He's got other toys behind me too. He can take that one away. I don't have any new FFOs. I do have some previous ones, so I was going to go ahead and show you. Of course, here is the summer ribbon that I had designed, and this is available as a freebie on my website. So if you want to download that, it's available on the website. Earlier in the year, I think this was in January, I stitched these little pillows up, and I don't know why that little doggy is up, because I'm holding it upside down. That would help. Okay, I'm like, the dog is upside down. Why? Yeah, because I'm holding it upside down. That would be. And these were finished by Artie, the Vintage Stitcher. My cute little double pillows. And then this one I finished. I stitched and finished. And this is the Teresa Kogut Freedom. And her design also has a big red bird on the top, which I just didn't stitch up. I thought it looked good like this, so yeah, looks cute. I really enjoy this one. I think the finishing turned out great and everything. I'm just pleased. What I really need to do is put a backing on it, though. I'll get to it. Goodness. Okay, I do have a couple finishes, so that's exciting. First one is Honey Faire, and here is the finish. And this one was stitched on 16 count Blueberry Milkshake by Grace Notes Fabrics in the Called For Fancy Flosses. So I need to finish that, but that looks looked really cute. I like it. I love it. Can't wait to have it finished and displayed. And the other finish I have was the freebie I was working on by October House, Twirl. And here it is. And that one is stitched on 18 count fabric flare patriotic in DMC called for or close to called for. So those are my two finishes. I worked on Cricket Collection Beach. And I didn't quite finish it. So let me kind of fold it down to hold it up easier. There we go. Actually, that'd make a pretty good roll like that, wouldn't it? A little pillow roll. At any rate, let me get it up close so you can see it. That's where I left off, is on the B and the E's are not done. As I started on the, well, the B and the E are done. The little thingies next to it aren't. So I've got a pelican to put up here. I've got some back stitching to do around these. And then I've got, there we go. We've got a shell here, a shell in here, and I think there's another shell in here. So I still got some of that to do. But I'm loving how it's turned out. So, yes. I still don't know if I'm keeping it or giving it as a gift yet, but either way, it's almost done. Next up is the Summer Fairy Chatelaine. And I am working on this section, part 2, which is the fairy. Part 1 was the top. Part 2 is here. I think part 3 is these, but I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely part 2 is the fairy. And here she is. She now has grass, the ribbons I added, and the wings, and then a couple of the butterflies down here. There's another butterfly up here, and I think there's 2 over here that I haven't done yet. And the wings are all in black work and specialty stitches. So I at least got the outline done. So that is the Chatelaine Summer Fairy. And this one is on, sorry. You know me and always remembering my fabrics. The beach one is on 18 count raw by Stitched Modern. And the Summer Fairy is on 32 count Chesapeake Wexford Lugana. Yes. I also worked on Pandemic. This is the round robin with the with needlebug, for needlebug I should say. And what I did was, I'm going to show you far away because that's the easiest way for me to hold it, then I'll take it closer, is this section right here is what I did, that quadrant. And here it is up close. So all I need to do is add my name. If you see everybody's names that stitch on it, they're stitched in there. So I just need to add my name to it, and then I can ship it off to the next person. I have enjoyed stitching on it, and I wanted to test out whether or not I would like a long dog, and I do like them. They're huge though, so huge. So yeah, not right in my immediate future, but maybe in my someday future. So those are my WIPS, not very many, and one of them wasn't even mine, but I guess all I gotta do is put my name on it. And I have a start. So my start is Lady Liberty Drum by Blackbird Designs. And this one, I actually started on the 31st. Oh my God, you see that flag right there? This thing is huge. That flag is huge. It took me forever to get that flag done. But you don't want to see the back. That's not the pretty part, Penny. Let's get it right. Okay, so here is where I'm at. So very little. On this side, all I have left to do is, it's a long fabric. It's very hard to manage here. Okay, so what I have left, I've got a letter here, an A. Whatever letter goes there, I'm brain farting it. And then 2 letters here, and then there's like half of a star. And then this side will be done. So I'm close to being done with that side. And excuse my working thread there. Let me pull it down. There we go. So I'll put it up there so you can really see it. I'm not sure how well it's showing up. There's actually 2 shades of blue here. The CE. I'm not sure. I know the C, the E, the V are different colors. I think the L is the other one. But the blues are very close, especially in this light. I love this red. This is Cayenne, WIPS Dye Works. I love it. It is so pretty. And then look at the variation on that green. That is absolutely beautiful. I think that's Ivy, WIPS Dye Works. Totally in love with that green. That is so pretty. So that is where we are with that. This is the drum that I am doing for the class that is on the 23rd. So I have to have this done by then. So I've been kind of concentrating on it at any opportune moment. I've been grabbing it and working on it. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my June plan here so you can see how it's going. So on the 1st through the 3rd, I was supposed to work on Honey Faire. I got it done in 2 days. Woohoo! So I spent the 3rd day working on Lady Liberty because I have to get that one done. On the 4th was a free day. I finished Twirl. And I also worked on Pandemic. And then I have here the 5th through the 7th, I was working on Beach, which I was. And then it says 8 through 10 Crab Dance. You notice I did not have a crab dance on here. I actually went through the 9th. I did 5 days on Beach. Just because it was easier with the kids here for me just to have the one project because I wasn't working on it that much anyway. So I went ahead and I just worked on Beach. I did not work on Crab. And then on the 10th, I worked on Lady Liberty. Get it out, Penny. Lady Liberty is always Lady Liberty. I'm enjoying it, I really am. So I worked on Lady Liberty, and then on the 11th, it was my free day. I worked on both the Summer Fairy and I finished up the Pandemic, the section that I was working on for the Pandemic. And then for these past 3 days, I've been working on Lady Liberty. Starting tomorrow, my next 3 days will be on Floral Dream. So I'm actually enjoying working on them for several days. Of course, Lady Liberty's getting thrown in there whenever I can, but I'm really enjoying that. It is getting things, I'm getting finishes or very close to finishes. So that's exciting. All right. I've got a lot of haul. While the kids were here and everything, I'm on the internet or on my phone. I'm like, ooh, let me buy this. Ooh, let me buy that. Yeah, I went on a little bit of a spending thing. So just a minute and I am going to go ahead and get my haul. A box full. All right, let's start tearing into the box. Amazon box, right? Because, yeah. All right, the first thing I have is this bee house from Paisley and Polka Dots. I thought that was absolutely adorable. And my hope was that Honey Faire would fit on it. Does it? I'll take off the round part, not have round, and just have Honey Faire on there in a rectangle. It don't fit, it's too big. Yeah, but that's okay, because as you'll see later, I bought another chart to use for this, so I'll show you that as we get there. So there's that. From 1, 2, 3 stitch, I've got more threads to put on rings, on floss drops, and then on rings, obviously. It is M through P are these. So now I've gotten more of them. And I also got me a 6-inch Q-snap. So that was my 1, 2, 3 haul. Fat quarter shelf. Let's get out their bucket. They had a flash sale that I liked. And then from there, it went to fabrics. One of them was a fabric on sale. One of them was a flash sale. And yeah. So there's a flash sale on covered buttons. And what else? I know there's something else on here. This cute little pattern. This little December little house. I thought that was cute. I think it was on a flash sale for like $2 or $3 or something like that. It was like real cheap. So I was like, extra small to do. And let me see here. It was this one that was on flash sale. And that is, what does it say here? Vintage Country Mocha 20 count. So, you don't have enough Vintage Country Mocha, right? So those were the flash sale. And then since you're already buying from the flash sale, what else do you need, right? So I got Sandcastle. I got Sandcastle in 14 count. So again, another nice neutral. They had a sale going on with the Witchilt. I think that's how you say it. The Witchilt. So I bought 2 of the linens, but I couldn't remember. And now that I'm touching it, I am remembering it's very stiff. So anybody have any ideas or what you do when you have super stiff fabric? I mean, I guess it's not bad because when you put it in a hoop, it gets taut anyway. I don't know, maybe you run it through the dryer. Maybe that would make it softer. At any rate, this is a 28 count. I love the color on this one. This is a 28 count water lily. And it is a green. It's not showing up a very good green. You can see it against my shirt. It's more of a green. But the water lily 28 count linen. And then the other one is called A Touch of Gray. I won't open up this one. So I got some fabrics. I also bought 2 patterns. I'll put pictures. They're PDFs, so I'll put pictures right here. One of them is the honey chart that I'm going to be putting on I'll be putting on here. It's a round one, so I can put it, well, actually it's a square one. I'm going to make it round though, most likely. If not, then it'll be a square that'll fit there. Either way, I like that pattern, so that's the one I got. I also got a cute Christmas one. Yeah, put it right here too. It's called Sweet Delivery by Stitching with the Housewives. So then I got on Etsy, and since I've been doing more finishing and wanting to get more of my finishing stuff ready, I went to Lady Dot Creates. I have not opened this yet, so we will open it together. See what all I bought, because I probably forgot half of what I bought. So I bought some Polar Ice chenille. Rusted Nail chenille. That's a pretty color. So hard to tell when you're looking online. You're like, what color is that? This one's called Brick House. That could almost be a pink. It's like a very pinky red. It almost looks more fuchsia to me than red. But, and then I got the Union is the color of the miniature. What is it called? Miniature balls. Let's say what it's called. Let's see here. Not that I can see. It's the little bally things. Yeah. You love my explanations, don't you? Yeah, bally things. That's what I got. Okay. I also got a kit called the Costume Party. It's got a bunch of different rickracks in it. With kind of Halloween, springy colors. And let's see what else. Oh, okay. The other ones are wools. I got a piece of natural wool as well as a bag full of Moda wool. They're in like 5x5 squares. All kinds of colors in there. And that brings us to my Amazon order. Yeah, I just keep going. I told you. Yeah. I feel bad now. Not really. All right, I bought more binder rings. 2-inch binder rings. Amazon was cheaper. Binder ring. I got a sewing machine. I bought a sewing machine from Amazon. It's out in the other room. It's still in the box because I need to finish cleaning here to find a spot for it. Yeah. But I do have it in the box. I'll tell you more about that later. But I do have a sewing machine so I can do pillow finishes. So I'm excited about that. I got Buttermilk Basin book. I'm so excited about this. All the little applique things. There are like so many patterns in here. Oh my gosh. There's quilting, there's doilies, there's everything. It gives you such good directions on all of it. And yeah. And then they have the little cutouts and stuff like that. All of the templates are back here in the back. And they're just adorable. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. So, hence why I've been buying all this wool, because I knew I was going to be doing this. So there's the book. And like I said, since I bought that, I bought some packs of wool. These are like a larger, I think they were 7x7, 9x9, 6x6, I don't know. They're the larger ones, because these are the 5-inch squares. So maybe they're 10x10. In all different patterns here. Let's see. Got like blue, green, grays. Got some purples, reds. I mean, just everything in here. Just all kinds of different patterns. It's going to be pretty to work with. So I'm liking that. So there are my 10-inch squares, and then I also have a bunch of the 5-inch squares in all different kinds of patterns and colors. So that kind of leads me right into, where'd it go? Over here. Okay. I also bought a digital subscription to the Primitive Stitch and Punch Needle magazine. I downloaded a couple of them, and the punch needle designs, a lot of them I can use for the wool applique. So that's more patterns that I can use for different seasons and stuff. So that's really cool. So you're like, okay, Penny, you're buying all this wool applique stuff. Are you doing any of it? I started on this one with the crow on the spool with the little American flag. It's so cute. And I have it up. I got it ironed out. I haven't started stitching it yet, but I got it ironed. It's all in place. I did all the different cuttings and tracings and putting the applique papers on it, and then putting it on here and getting it in the right spots. Yes. So I got it done. Now I just need to do the stitching. Most of it's blanket stitch. There's a different stitch here, in here, and they want me to do a whip stitch right in here. So all easy stitches, and I should be able to get that done. So I'm planning on working on this weekend for sure. So I'm excited. I like it. Something different, something new. I like it. So I am working on my wool applique. I'm also working on my Christmas in July or Jolly July, whatever you want to call it. my stitch plans for July. I think what I'm going to do is pretty much do 3 days on one of my larger Christmases, either my Christmas Eve Santa, my sleigh. I'm going to work on those like 3 days. And then for 2 days, I'm going to work on ornaments. Hopefully they only take me 1 day, but if they take me 2, then they take me 2. Or if they need to be carried on, they carry on. But I'm going to work on I'm going to work on the big project. Did I have big projects on 3 days, the ornaments for 2 days, and then have a free day where I can go ahead and, or the weekends, I guess, would be free. I can either pull out more Christmas or I can stitch on something completely different. I'd like to spend one of those days on one of these that I'm close to finishing, like beach or one of those, and finishing those, and then on another day stitch on whatever grabs me. And that way I can keep everything kind of in rotation, but mainly focusing on some Christmas and getting those further along, because they've been kind of 1 day here or there each month where they really need some concentration. Okay, so I'm about ready to go into life. So if you're just here for the stitchy, I will see you on the next video. I don't know when my next video is going to be. It'll be the end of the month at some point, but I don't have an exact time frame set up just yet. Obviously, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then you'll find out when I'm on. But in the meantime, I hope you all have a great stitchy time. I hope you're all enjoying the summer, and I will just progress right into my life. So while telling you about my trip, I'm going to have pictures over here. Most of the pictures are probably going to be, they might be right there. They might be big enough that they might cover me on certain parts. I don't know. Depends on how much editing I do. But most of them are a natural beach that we went to called Botany Bay. It's really pretty. And we visited that on Friday. But I'll have other pictures rotating through too. And I'll just kind of go through it and not to figure out if I get them out of order. I get them out of order. I'll do the best I can. On Monday, Trey Mackenzie came and we hung out. We did a little shopping at the outlets. I bought a new dress for Mackenzie for her graduation. She's getting her bachelor degree on the 25th, I think is what she said. We did her graduation photos and stuff on Wednesday, I think it was. But Tuesday, we both got our nails done, and toes too. And then we got all of our nails done. And Bo had a groomer appointment, and we did downtown. We went to eat at Crab Shack, which is right on the waterway. So we saw dolphins and just had a good time with that. On Wednesday, we did the graduation photos and in the morning. And then we did the beach in the afternoon. I'm still not that much of a beach person. I try to be. I'm just not. I grew up in Florida, so I should be, but I don't know. I guess I got it all out of my system when I was a teenager, because I was always on the beach as a teenager. I was never much of a go in the water person, though. I just pretty much, I'm either on a boat or I'm laying on the beach getting some sun. But I'm like so over the sand. It's like sand everywhere and everything. I was like cleaning sand out of my ears. I didn't even go in the water. I was just laying down, but the sand was blowing. So it was like blowing into my ears and everything. I'm like, yeah, I'm over the sand part of it. And of course, beach weddings. So I'm always on and off the beach with that. It's like, yeah. So I'm not a beach person. I try to be, but it's just not happening. If I'm sitting there with a couple people chatting and stuff, I feel a little bit better, but I'm still not totally happy because I don't like all the sand. That's my problem, I guess. I like lakes better than ocean. Although I do like to hear the waves. I don't. It's that sand. Anyway, on Thursday, we wandered around, hung out. We had dinner at a place called Mill Street Tavern, and that was on the water as well. So we were kind of mixing it up with going out to eat and then eating in out to eat, because yeah, out to eat here is very expensive where you live in a tourist town because of the beaches and the historic downtown and all that. So dinner for 4 people is always, I think our cheapest meal was $175. Our most expensive one was $325. I mean, it's expensive to eat out here. Yeah. So where was I? Mill Street Taverns. Friday we went to Eddystone. Like I said, I've been putting pictures up here for you to see. It's a real pretty beach, the Botany Bay. That one I didn't mind, although it was high tide, so I wasn't in the sand. We just kind of walked around the trees a little bit and back out just to get some different angles because it was high tide and there was no beach. Let's see here. What else did we do? The kids left Friday evening. Saturday I went out on the new boat with my husband, so I've got a couple of pictures of us riding in the boat. Let's see here, Sunday I got myself together, house back together, that kind of thing. And my son and the two of them, they're so funny about their cats. I mean, I'm funny about my dog, I know, but they're funny about their cats. They got these cat backpacks. I never heard of such a thing. Here's pictures of that because that's hysterical. There are 2 cats in the backpacks. They're going to take them hiking next weekend, so I'll have to let you know how that goes. Let's see here. Monday I had an elopement. There's leftover flowers from it. At least I could enjoy some flowers, not very many. And of course, they're not my choice flowers or colors. It's whatever's left over. Tuesday, I got 2 of my 3 weddings edited, so I'm still behind on those. I'll get the last one done today. I've got to get some house chores done as well. Tomorrow morning I've got another elopement. It's a quickie though. It's only 25 pictures, which is 30 minutes photo time. So that one will be in and out real quick downtown. Of course, it'll take me more time to drive there than it is to do the wedding and then drive home. It's like, but it's what it is, because Penny needs money because she's been buying too much haul. Friday, also, my husband's friend Jason is coming. I wasn't really planning on another visitor. I was hoping to have the weekend. My husband's like, hey, I'm going to go with Jason. We're going to go do our camping, fishing trip thing. And I'm like, great, go. I can tear into this room, organize it, pull everything out of the closet, start putting it together, get this room organized. Then he says, well, one, he doesn't have all the things right for the boat just yet. We've got to still do some taxes, DNR, different things like that. So he's like, I feel better staying closer to home than going out on the big lake. I'm like, so Jason's going to come here. And I'm like, but I was going to do this stuff in the office. He's like, well, can't you do it on Thursday or Friday or a different day? And I'm like, so I'm going to try to get it done around work the best I can. If not, I've got other stitching things I can do, and I'll work on it next week. Life goes on. So I'm being kicked out of my office / craft room for the weekend because Jason's coming, so the bed will come back out and it'll turn into a guest room again. But at least they will be busy and out, and I can get some more stitchy stuff done, just not that stitchy stuff. I might set up my sewing machine either on the dining room table or in my husband's office so I can do a little bit of playing around with the new sewing machine, but we'll see what happens. At any rate, that's my life. Not too much on Bits. He's been pretty good. He got himself into some trouble earlier. Last weekend he got himself in trouble. He ate a shoe. And so he got in trouble for that. So now he's not allowed to be out of eyesight again for a little while. We were just getting to the point where we could trust him. We would leave him in the house out of his crate, and we would like go pick up food or just go run into like Lowe's or get something that we needed. And now he's back onto the you must be within eyesight at all times because he got a shoe and tore it up. He's a toddler. He's still a puppy. It is what it is. So it was an old flip-flop. I'm not that upset about it, but at any rate, I'm going to sign off of here. I hope everybody has a wonderful time. Next time I'm going to have that drum to show you. Hopefully I'll have some other finishes to show you too. I'm really feeling that wanting to get things finished, the bug. And I want to get some things FFO'd. It's just a matter of timing and getting everything pulled out of that closet to find everything. And that's what's postponing everything. It's that whole, all my finishing stuff is still in that closet in a mess, and to pull it all out and get everything set up so I can finish things. And then I want to reorganize it before I put it back. I would like it to, yeah. So, step at a time, that's all I can do. I hope everybody has a wonderful couple weeks, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.